What's up, guys? Welcome to 12M Hustle. Let's get into it. So, I'm going to go over this week's trades. You guys ready for this? So, here we go. Let's jump into it. So, this is Monday's trade. Wasn't too bad. I pretty much was doing a long, looking for a long based off our continuation of last week's Friday. So, I was just looking for a long. I was risking just the Asia low and London low. Kind of it, took the long, and I got out before power at 12 o'clock. So, that was a good day. And then the next day, I ended up taking a loser. So I traded Asia. I shorted here, and I was looking into go back into this zone, which is we actually caught New York session, which is so funny. And my stop was Asia high. I got stop out in London, and I pretty much just left it there. I did not continue to trade that day. I just took my L and I moved on with my day. And that was Tuesday. But the actual trade plan was correct, right? I was correct on the bias of the day. I just had a bad entry. B, I was just too eager. I should have just waited. I should have skipped Asia and on. I should have just traded New York. But it is what it is. So Wednesday, we got a couple W's, and this one was pretty good. Asia, we ripped off. I got a long, risking again this low here of New York low, sold at the top right above VWAP, and then I just left it alone, walked away, woke up the next day, and I did a little bit of trading on New York. I did around 8 o'clock again, a little late for me. Did a long, risking again the Asia low, the previous low of New York. I sold the Ripper around 8:40, just got out and I left the screens. And then on Wednesday was pretty much a shit fest. I pretty much long here, which good. Asia was good. I pretty much did a long, just going off the previous bullish structure we had. So I longed it, sold it, quick scalp, got out, and then I decided to be funny and do a little London work. And I shorted, looking because I saw the sell off, right? And I was like, oh wow, cool sell off. And then we're probably gonna reap down to the weekly low. Did not happen. I shorted. I got ripped. A good one on this on New York. They just ripped me automatically. Stopped me out. And on Friday, I was after basically the week that I had, as you can tell, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take a quick scalp. I waited till the end of the day. I did not trade Asia, I did not trade London, and I just traded the last pretty much hour, power hour. I did a long here, and I was just risking this area here, London low. Got a nice ripper, sold at the top, and I just left it there. So that was this week's recap on what happened. Again, keep in mind we did have Fed this week, right? And that was no fun, right? So Fed was on, I believe, yeah, it was on Wednesday. That was no fun, right? We had this. That's how we got this huge spike, and we kind of came out of this down bearish. We had a huge spike, and then the next day, I think everybody was thinking, including everybody was thinking, let's go long, and they just pretty much dumped it on everybody. And then Friday, it was just kind of just going into the range down and hit that weekly low, and then kind of went back up. So overall, what I'm looking for next week, I am looking for a break out of this weekly, out of this 20 pretty much 20,200, and I am looking for us to go into back up, right? I'm looking to break out of this downtrend because now we've downtrended, right? So now we've downtrended. Now we're going sideways, and it's just what we got going on. So we got straight downtrend, boom, 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 lower, 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 low. Now we're starting to make higher highs, higher highs. The lows are starting to, we're starting to just build like stairs, going up, going up, going up. So if we can continue this movement, I am looking for the market to start marching, taking the stairs up. So next week I will be looking to go long a lot of my trades, but I need to build structure. I needed to go. I need them to start working as soon as they go. If we don't and we continue this bearish overall on the market with Trump's tariffs and everything going on, if we continue to if we break this 19,600, I think it's a strong section for the bulls, and we start going into this, then these are areas I will short. I'll look for shorts. So basically, I'll short this 19,592, and I will definitely short this. We made a double bottom here, as you can tell. I will definitely short this 19,344, looking into go down into the 18,000s. So just depends. Just got to play what the market says. Overall, I mean, on Friday, I'll go over this with you guys real quick. I'll show you the overall market on the heat map. So overall, Friday. Here's Friday. Here's the overall market what we had. So it was pretty much greenish. Technology was green, tech was green. We had a couple. Tesla was green, Amazon was green, a couple reds, but it was more like in the healthcare section, stuff like that. So we did have that going on over the week. So we just have to keep an eye on this tariff stuff, I believe, because it's big. I mean, it's just big. This tariff stuff is big. We don't know if Trump's going to continue it or what's going to happen. So that is the overall look on MNQ. And I watch ES. I don't trade ES, but I do watch ES just to basically go over it. I will go over it with you guys real quick. So here's ES. It's pretty much identical to MNQ or NQ. ES, it's the ES market, SPY, all that good stuff. As you can tell, you keep making, higher lows, higher highs. So same thing. I use the same method. And ML means midnight opening range, and PDH means previous day high, and PDL means previous day low. So overall, I think are jumping out of this bear structure that we've been selling off for over 3 weeks, basically. Now we're starting to go sideways. So two ways the market's gonna have to go is we either continue this sideways march, or we break out to the upside or the downside. So that's what's going on. Hope you guys like the weekly recap on this. I will be dropping some more videos. I'll start dropping some videos on how I trade, on what I do, on how to start as a beginner, stuff like that. So stay tuned. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, all this good stuff. And thanks for watching. Peace.